Welcome back, DIVEBOMB IndyCar Podcast, and welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the very famous quiz show turned IndyCar version for this week's episode of the DIVEBOMB IndyCar Podcast, as we try and raise some money, well, some non-existent money for something. We'll find out what our guests want to spend their money on a little bit later. We have done this in the past, about 2 years ago, before being off-season. It's a great time to bring it back. We've done a lot of connections. We've done a few tenables recently, but it's time to bring back Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and to get as much quizzing as we possibly can within the next 45 minutes to an hour. We have a familiar friend of the show back on, James Scott. Welcome. I'm hoping you're looking forward to playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really worried I'm about to get shown up here, because I thought my IndyCar knowledge was particularly nerdy, but with you two, I might be in serious trouble.
We're going to find out who the biggest nerd is here, so that's going to be entertaining. And early bets on who's going to get the furthest?
James.
Archie.
No one's got any confidence in me. So
I seem to remember last time we did it, it didn't go particularly well. I don't quite remember how badly it went, but I seem to remember we didn't get too far.
I think I got the furthest last time.
I think you did, yeah.
So if you haven't watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire before, to give you a little bit of a context of how the show works, it's usually 15, but for some reason our template is 16 questions. So you have 16 questions, all of which are multiple choice, and you have to select the correct answer as the questions get progressively harder. So question one will be something really easy, which is like where the Indy 500 is held. And the final question will be something impossible, which we're not really supposed to know, but you might. Then you have 3 lifelines. Ask the audience, which will be us posting on our Twitter or X, if you decide to call it that way, X feed, and trying to get people to vote within a certain time frame. We'll have phone a friend, which would just be phone the other person not currently playing in the same call. And then we'll have 50-50, where you will have your correct answer and then 2 of the incorrect answers eliminated, so you're left with the correct answer and the wrong answer, and we're going to randomly generate that. So that's how the show works. 16 questions to see who's going to be a millionaire. So it's good fun. I really enjoyed what we did last time. We do enjoy our IndyCar quiz shows on here. We'll try and think of some more variants. I mean, for those British people, we have thought in the past we do pointless, but you need a lot of people to do pointless, and you need to ask 100 people 100 IndyCar related stuff. We have thought about the chase, but again, that's quite difficult as you need the nerds. So maybe the nerd here will be whoever wins Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So we'll find out. So I hope everyone's ready to begin. Is anybody very willing? Well, we should do it fastest finger first here, but I don't think we can quite do that, unfortunately.
I reckon we spin a wheel.
Okay, the wheel spins. So to play first is going to be Mr. James Scott.
Oh no! Oh no!
He is going to be receiving questions from Mr. Archie O'Reilly, providing his questions to James Scott. So, first game of 3 up. How far is James going to get?
Here we go, James. Question number 1. Who finished second place in the 2025 IndyCar standings? Was it A, Scott Dixon, B, Pato O'Ward, C, Stingray Robb, or D, Kyle Kirkwood?
See, okay, so I wonder if my $100 question was a slightly too low of a bar. You seem to have gone a little bit harder.
Well,
than
mine might be too high of a bar. So,
but the correct answer is, and my final answer is B, Pato O'Ward.
That is correct. There we go. Well done. Good start. Okay, question number 2, the $200 question. I've just realised we were going to change this to pounds, and I never actually did it. But your $200 or pound question, whatever way the exchange rate's looking. Which of these drivers has never won an IndyCar championship? A, Simon Pagenaud, B, Will Power, C, Helio Castroneves, or D, Joseph Newgarden?
Well, the correct answer is C, Helio Castroneves, because Pagenaud was champion in 2016, Power was champion in 2014 and 22, and then Newgarden was champion in 2017 and 2019. So the correct answer is C, Helio Castroneves.
These are so much harder than mine.
I know, this is what I'm thinking. Mine is so easy.
Well, but they're not hard though. They might be harder, but they're still.
I would consider this like an $8,000 question. I don't know.
Really? Well, I've not really watched the show, so maybe I've gone too hard. Okay. Question number 3, $300. How many races did Alex Palou win in 2025? A6, B7, C8, or D9?
See, this is quite a hard one if you trying to do it by process of elimination, but fortunately, I think I know the right answer. and that he won 8 races in 2025.
That is correct, James. Well done. You are making your way up the board. The $400 question. Which of these drivers won 4 successive championships? Sebastian Bourdais, Dario Franchitti, Ted Horn, or Alex Palou?
Well, if we were doing this in 12 months, it could possibly be future Alex Palou. But I think the correct answer is Sebastian Bourdais, who won 4 in a row in the mid-2000s.
You are correct. Absolutely correct. $500 question. What country are David Malukas' parents originally from? Is it A, Romania, B, Lithuania, C, Bulgaria, or D, Belarus?
Again, this is another kind of you either know it or you don't question, but fortunately they appear in his Instagram bio. I'm pretty confident the answer is Lithuania, but if I'm tumbling before the $500 mark, I'll be in big trouble.
Well, if you're tumbling before the $500 mark, it's because I've made it too difficult, but you are correct. This is the thing, like, this is probably not that easy a question, but I just know that you guys know it anyway, so there we go. Okay, now this one might be a bit hard for the $1,000 question, again, if you don't know your stuff. In what sport does Rinus VK's wife, Carmen, compete? Is it A, boxing, B, football, aka soccer, C, hockey, or D, athletics?
See, like, if we weren't so nerdy about all of these things, this might be a stab in the dark, but he competes in A, boxing.
That is correct. On to the $2,000 question. We are rattling through. Who was the last driver not named Alex Palou to lead the championship? Was it A, Scott McLaughlin, B, Pato O'Ward, C, Colton Herta, or D, Will Power?
I'm actually not that sure, really. I'm trying to work this out because the answer is probably not Colton Herta. I'm pretty confident it's not. My mind has gone completely blank about 2024 season and who won the opening race. But 2024. I mean, a lot
of race, and I can't remember either.
2024, Newgarden won the opening race, but then obviously he was disqualified, so O'Ward won it. But then, where then did the championship go?
I'm now realizing I've made this really quite hard.
By the way, listeners and viewers, play along, see how far you get in this, see if you can get further than we do. Even if we get them wrong, we'll carry on going so you see what the questions are in the future.
Oh, now.
The 3 lifelines, James, if you're stuck, so.
Maybe list the lifelines for people who don't know.
I'm thinking I could eliminate it, but I'm starting to think, although I ruled out Colton Herta, I'm starting to think he actually led the championship going into Long Beach last year. But then Palou won in Barber. McLaughlin got disqualified from the opening round of the season, but then won. I don't think it's Will Power, although he finished second in the championship. Can you eliminate 2 incorrect options?
So James is using his 50-50, his first of 3 lifelines.
We are eliminating A, Scott McLaughlin, and B, Pato O'Ward.
See, because I didn't think it was O'Ward anyway. So the only one and I don't think it was. The question is, when did Palou take the championship lead last year? Because he won the Indy GP. That was the first one. I said he won in Barber. He didn't. Obviously, McLaughlin won in Barber, passing. McLaughlin won in Barber. But I don't know. Colton Herta or Will Power? Do I risk it? I can't be burning 2 lifelines on a $2,000 question.
This is the $1 million question in anyone else's
This
game.
is the $1 million question.
I do apologize.
I'm gonna say, and I'm just gonna affirm it. It's C, Colton Herta.
It's D, Will Power.
So over.
I do apologize. I didn't realize how hard I'd made it.
So when did Power lead the championship? Did Power lead the championship Oh,
I think he led it at
he beat-
Portland because on a close to.
He led it. I
not
think
that round.
I don't like.
Because Herta never led. Herta got second in the final race, but Powell was in it for quite a long time.
Did Herta not lead the championship after Long Beach? He finished third and second in the first two rounds
No,
of the
but Powell
season.
well after that. Powell led it like well into the season. So as James unfortunately got it wrong, I think what we should do, as a bit of a free-for-all, me and James will work together to try and get to the $1 million. So we'll teamwork, see if we can steamroll through this and get.
I feel like I should issue a formal apology for how hard I made it. Alex Blow drove what number car for Dale Coyne Racing in his rookie season? Number 18, 19, 51, or 55?
I'm pretty sure, James, this is the 55.
Yeah, no. So if only this had been the $2,000 question, it's the 55.
Because team go.
I did keep like chopping and changing the order and thinking, oh, is this harder than this? Yes, it is 55. You are correct. Which driver shares the record of most victories in a season with Al Unser? Is it A, Mario Andretti, B, Michael Andretti, C, AJ Foyt, or D, Sebastian Bourdais?
So personally, I don't think it'd be Michael Andretti. I think he was in too competitive an era, and he wasn't seen as successful as the others. I don't think. Bourdais again, I feel was in a obviously he dominated, but was still in a pretty competitive era where he didn't really win he won a lot of races, but he didn't win every race.
I'm leaning towards AJ Foyt.
I would agree. My thoughts on Mario is that I don't think he did loads and loads of races because he was chopping and changing what he raced quite a lot, so never did loads of full seasons where he could have just racked up wins. So I'd also say I think it's AJ Foyt.
It could be one that's a random niche Bourdais, but we'll lock in AJ Foyt for this one.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes, James, we're doing well here.
Put that as one of the. I probably should have put that before the last driver to win the championship, to be honest, because I thought you would guess it because it was just plastered everywhere across the season about Palou possibly tying the record. So that's why I thought you might be able to get that one. And okay, next question: $16,000. Connor Daly.
This is impossible.
Connor Daly has driven for how many different IndyCar teams?
I think I know this though. I think it's 11.
Well, do you want to count this?
Yeah, so the options are 10, 11, 12, and 13.
So on the current field, he hasn't raced with Penske, but does he race with Ganassi, like an Indy 500 or something? I don't think he has. He's only raced for Andretti at an Indy 500. Did he race for Schmidt-Peterson when they were around?
He posted a video today of all of the cars that he'd driven.
Did he?
Yeah. But
I think he drove for Schmidt. Did he? Yes, I think he did. RLL is driven for. Shank is driven for.
His first Indy 500 was with AJ Foyt.
AJ Foyt is raced for. Coyne is raced for. Hunkos is raced for. Who hasn't raced for Prema. Brian Reinbold is raced for. Hasn't raced for Prema. Hasn't raced for Penske. Hasn't raced for Ganassi. Raced for Carpenters. Raced for Carlin.
Yeah,
so
twice.
That's at least 10. Can we think of anyone else?
I think I know it's 11 though, but I don't know who it is. It might be someone defunct, but I'm pretty sure I remember him saying it was 11.
Yeah, is he racing like a Harding or somebody?
Yeah, it could be.
Should we lock in 11, James?
Yeah,
it is indeed 11, and Harding was the other one, Dan.
Oh, what a guess!
Sensational.
Well, good job, guys. Right. That was good.
Right.
Okay, $32,000. Colton Herta made his debut at what track?
I know
this,
James.
Sonoma, St. Pete, Cota, or Portland?
I think I know this as well because when I was just researching the thing, I think he raced the last round of the 2018 season, which was at Sonoma, just like as a one and done. So yeah, I think it's Sonoma.
Yeah, so he and O'Ward were at Harding because they were going to do the next season at Harding, and Herta did, but O'Ward's funding dried up. So yeah, the final race in 2018 at Sonoma. So I think we'll lock that in.
Correct. Well done. I can't believe it. I've made the $2,000 question so hard. Yet here you are on 64,000 having not got one wrong since. Now this one probably should have been the $1 million one, to be honest. But I wonder whether Dan might know it. It depends if you put this in your IndyCar Weekly thing. What is the name of the man who sculpts the faces on the Borg Warner Trophy? Is it Frederick Lissalder? That's probably a terrible pronunciation. Joseph Fadul, William Behrens or Stephen Warner?
I actually don't know, but I feel like from like watching it, because obviously when Ericsson won the Indy 500, I was all over all of the media things. I recognise the name William Behrens for some reason, but I don't know if you know, Dan.
That's because he's the guy who sculpts the trophy.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay.
Archie's right. I did IndyCar Weekly on this when there was nothing else in December, and they unveiled Pelot's place, and I did a bit of storytelling into this and did a bit of research. So I'm pretty sure it's William Behrens.
That is correct. Well done.
Nice. 4 more to go, James.
$125,000. Who finished third in the 100th running of the Indy 500? Carlos Munoz, Joseph Newgarden, Tony Kanaan, or Charlie Kimball?
So the 100th was 2016.
Yeah,
You
I think
look
I
like
know this. I know this.
Well,
Yeah.
I know Rossi won, and I know Munoz finished second, so I know it's not Munoz. I don't know about the other three. I'd be pretty sure it's not Kimball, but you might know.
Munoz was racing Newgarden for like down pit road. They were having a ding dong all day. I'm pretty sure it's Joseph Newgarden.
You are correct. Well done. This is a
Me
great
and James'
performance.
knowledge is like perfectly combining here.
250,000 question. Which of these drivers has wins in the most individual seasons? It's not the record holder. It's just which of these drivers has won in the most individual seasons. So A, Elio Castroneves, B, Al Unser, C, Mario Andretti, or D, Johnny Rutherford.
Yeah, no, this is actually really quite hard. Well, Castroneves has been racing in IndyCar since 2001. Well, that was in his first 500, but then I guess kart before that as well.
But I don't think it's many. I think it was only about 2 seasons of kart before then.
Yeah,
I think the other thing about Castroneves is, I mean, he last won in 2021, but I don't think he had won since 2017 before then. So he probably missed quite a lot of seasons. So I'd say it's unlikely to be him.
I feel like, well, we've already talked about Mario Andretti, but the longevity is unbelievable. His last 500 was 1992, and he obviously won in. He won in 69 or 67?
68, I think. Yeah.
Oh, 68. Yeah.
We'll have to research that.
But so it could be Andretti.
Unser was pretty long too, because I'm sure he raced against his son, or was close to racing against his son.
He also raced in the 1992 500. I definitely know he was in 92 because he finished third because Al Unser Jr. won and he beat Scott Goodyear, who went from 33rd to second. And that's still the closest 500 winning margin. But Johnny Rutherford is a dark horse because obviously he's a 3-time 500 winner.
I don't know much about Johnny Rutherford, to be honest, and I feel like I would know more if he had a longer career. So I would say it's between Unser and Andretti in my mind.
Should we try Al Unser and see what happens?
I think it's more Andretti because I think Andretti was still winning close to his retirement. I don't know. This is hard. I think it's one of the two, but which one? Which one are you going for, James? I'm happy to go for it. Should we go Unser?
Should we go Unser? Let's give Unser a go.
The answer is actually Helio Castroneves, winning 17 different seasons. I will just get the record books up and find you. Yeah, so Castroneves winning 17 individual seasons. Dixon is leading on 22, AJ Foyt on 18, Will Power is also on 17. Then you've got Mario Andretti on 16, Al Unser 14, and Johnny Rutherford 13.
What year did he win the Indy 500? Let's see if we got it right. 69. You right on, James. Or should we check Al Unser? When was his last 500? Have a look. It went to a 94. So I wasn't quite right. 94, he didn't qualify. He withdrew. You're right, came third 92. Let's see the last two. I was pretty happy up to that point, James, so well done.
500,000. At what track did the victory from the furthest starting position occur? Again, I've gone super hard for this. I mean, I guess I set the bar early with my 2000 question. Was it A, IMS on the oval, B, Phoenix, C, Nazareth, or D, Chicagoland?
So the furthest back anyone has won from an IMS is 28th. Right, and we just mentioned Scott Goodyear, who went from 33rd to second, but it is 28th. Have we had races with more than 28 cars at any other of these tracks? The answer is
maybe
obviously
in the
yes, otherwise he
60s.
wouldn't have put it. Was Nazareth built by then?
Nazareth was a 90s
no.
track, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was built then.
And Chicagoland was also probably a 90s track as well, actually. I think that's built in mid-90s. Phoenix goes back to the 60s, the 50s and the 60s.
So then, logically, it's going to have to be Phoenix because he's asked us to try and trick us, I reckon. Someone has gone last to first at Phoenix, or we've been baited massively and it's the 28th to first at the Indy 500.
You're thinking really into this, James, so I'm not thinking as hard as you are.
I'm psychologically challenging Archie here. Should we lock in Phoenix? But I won't be surprised if it's OMS. What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so the answer, according to the IndyCar record book, is Chicagoland. Which was 28th. Elio Castronevas in 2008. It says Johnny Rutherford won from. Oh, to be fair, this is only going back to 1946.
So I think
so.
Now that was from the quick Google search. The first Indy 500 was won from 28th by Ray Haroon.
Okay. Yeah, so the IndyCar record books only go back to 1946. So
you specify that, even though me and James still got it wrong anyway.
Yeah, that's so technically you are. Well, you actually got it wrong. Anyway, yeah, so Phoenix was Buddy Lazier 26th in 2000. Indianapolis, it says Johnny Rutherford 25th in 1974. And what was the other one I put? Nazareth. That was put that as a bit of a curveball.
When was Chicagoland?
2008. Scott Dixon won from 23rd at Nazareth in 2001.
Well, so I'm now doing further because I only did a quick Google search when I was actually researching my quiz as to where the furthest back someone had won from was, because I was also thinking that, and it said that Ray Haroon won it. But actually, now doing more research, there is like no records of the qualifying session, so I think Google lied to me. So I think you're probably right.
Okay, went last to first. That's Chicagoland race. So
yeah, the IndyCar record books. That's what I have used for these questions anyway. This one I don't expect you to get. For the $1 million question, who was the first driver not named Dale Coyne to qualify for a race for the Dale Coyne Racing Team? Was it Jim McElreath, Tom Bigelow, Dominic Dobson, or John Paul Jr.?
I'd say John Paul Jr. I recognise that name, but I could be wrong. Obviously.
If in doubt, go for B. So Tom Bigelow.
I'm afraid it was Dominic Dobson. That was a really good effort. I do apologise again about the $2,000 question, which appeared to be harder than about the next subsequent 10, but we move.
But to be fair, if I'd known that answer straight away, though, I think like it's one of those kind of you knew it or you didn't, and I just really didn't know the answer.
That's the thing. It's because I knew it straight off the top of my head. It was one of the first things I put. So, yeah, good effort regardless.
Right. So, who's playing next? Let's have a look. Wheel spin again. Cool. So, is it me or is it Archie playing next? Let's have a look. It's gonna be myself. So I now require James's quiz, don't you?
Right, this is going to be a model for how my quiz should have looked.
Yeah,
the issue is I don't really watch the show, so like I don't really have a concept of how hard I need to go. So that was, I think, where I've slipped up.
James has also said to me, my $100 question should be arrested for getting wrongs. I'll see.
No pressure.
Right, okay, this is really, really, really easy. Right, Dan, start off with for $100. Who won the 2025 Indianapolis 500? Was it A, Pato Award, B, Alex Palou, C, Joseph Newgarden, or D, Scott McLaughlin?
Well, I predicted Scott McLaughlin, didn't I, to win the Indy 500? As we found out in our predictions episode, it wasn't McLaughlin. Can't quite remember what happened, to be honest, but moving on. Newgarden, well, could have won it, but had a mechanical halfway through. Award kind of had quite a quiet race, but still ended up finishing third. But it was that Alex Palou who won the 2025 Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, bang on. Nice. What adjective does Scott McLaughlin use to describe his team and crew members? Is it A, sweaty, B, tasty, C, hungry, or D, thirsty?
Good question.
I envision how he can nickname personnel tasty. Sweaty's a bit too personal, I think. But no, it's going to be D, firstly, referring to the thirsty freeze.
Yeah, bang on.
I'm sure I've heard Newgarden's team referred to as the Tasty Twos.
Yeah, so have I. That's why I put Tasty in as the Tasty Twos. But Dan, for
What's
$300,
the sweaty. Oh, this got me 12, doesn't it?
Something 12. Britain's best minds can't find that one out.
Turbulent 12s.
Right, Dan, for $300, which IndyCar Series track features a corner known as the corkscrew?
I mean, there's a corkscrew in Motorland Aragon, but IndyCar doesn't go there, so that's not much help. Indianapolis is about as flat as anything, so I don't think you're going to get many corners in the corkscrew there. Road America isn't very flat, but obviously the most famous corner is the kink. Mid-Ohio, I don't think has one. No, it does have a corner like you've got Thunder Valley and a keyhole and that nonsense. But no, it's a WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. I think it's a turn 9, 10. Sun drop down the hills. Hopefully many of the audience know. So see WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Yeah,
bang on for your $300. So, right, moving on, Dan, for your $400 question, who is the owner of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? Is it A, Chip Ganassi, B, Zach Brown, C, Roger Penske, or D, Brian Herter?
Let's hope Zach Brown never gets the keys to Indianapolis, otherwise it's going to be quite a different racetrack to what it is now. It's C, Roger Penske is the owner.
Yeah, bang on. Roger Penske. So this is for $500, this is very similar to what Archie asked me for $100. But Dan, who finished third in the 2025 NTT IndyCar Series Drivers' Championship? Was it A, Scott Dixon, B, Pato O'Ward, C, Kyle Kirkwood, or D, Christian Lundgaard?
Well, Chip Ganassi refers to as quietest run to third place of all time, and I think I agree with him because Scott Dixon had one victory, which he kind of inherited, really, and one or two more podiums across the course of the year. He had one in St. Pete and one in Iowa, and I think that was it. And just basically, I don't think he ever finished lower than 12, so he somehow finished third just because everyone else was so inconsistent. But Scott Dixon finished third, Pat O'Ward finished second. I think Kirkwood finished fourth ahead of Lundgaard. I always get the two mixed up for some reason because it feels like they had quite similar seasons, but no, it's Scott Dixon who finished third in the standings.
Yeah, bang on. Scott Dixon finished third. Right. For $1,000, how many brand new circuits are joining the calendar for 2026, i.e. not circuits that we've raced at before? Is it A, none, B, 1, C, 2, or D, 3?
So obviously we have 4 new races coming in for 2026. Obviously the 2 Iowas have gone, Thermal's gone, and obviously Toronto's gone. Milwaukee's obviously becoming a double header race there. Hundreds of times before. They've been tracks been in operation since the early 1900s. Obviously, Phoenix is back on the IndyCar calendar, but they raced there as recently as 2018. But we've got a new street track in Arlington and a new street track in Markham. So that's going to be 2 circuits joining the calendar for 2026.
Yeah, nailed it. 2 new circuits. Which one are we most excited about? I'm really looking forward to Arlington, I think. I think it should be good.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much of an argument for Markham here. Markham, I'm sure it's going to be lovely, but I don't think you can really argue it over the kind of the special event they're trying to make at Arlington. So no, it's coming up fairly soon, actually, isn't it? We're less than 2 months away now from IndyCars hitting the track there. So very, very exciting. Yeah,
should be really good. Right, moving on to $2,000. Who holds the record for the most laps led at the Indianapolis 500? Is it A, Mario Andretti, B, Scott Dixon, C, Al Unser Sr., or D, Ralph De Palma?
I don't know. I think I know it.
Okay, so my $2,000 question, $2,000 question isn't looking quite as much of a disgrace.
No, gosh,
I'm in the same camp as you here, Dan. I think I know it, but.
See, so this is what Archie did to Archie. I knew this straight off the top of my head because I remember, I remember hearing about it and seeing it for the first time and thinking, wow.
I think I know he's only won 1, but I'm pretty sure it's Scott Dixon. I know Unser's won 4 and Andretti's only won 1. De Palma's back in the 1910s, but Dixon has led so many laps on so many occasions, but has always fallen short because of various different issues. I think it's Dixon, so I'm going to say B, Scott Dixon.
And you would be correct. He broke it during the broadcast of the 2022 Indy 500, which is why I remember it, because that's a weekly watch for me normally. Moving on to
Save myself from embarrassment now. I was scared when that came up.
For $4,000 then.
Archie, was that who you thought, by the way?
It was, yeah.
Okay, good.
So, which country's drivers won the most races in 2023? Was it A, Sweden, B, the USA, C, Spain, or D, New Zealand?
Right. This is not fun, so I'm going to have to try and remember who won every race, which is not going to be particularly enjoyable, but we'll be back here once I've worked it out. So Ericsson won one, which was in St. Petersburg, so I can tick that one off. So then it would have been Texas, which was Newgarden, because that was a really, really good Texas race. Then we had, I don't remember the calendar, probably Barber, which would have been McLaughlin, I'm pretty sure. Then it would have been, I'm missing a race here. St. Pete, Barber. Right, the Indy GP was, oh my goodness me, Pillow. I'm sure it was Pillow. The Indy 500 was Newgarden. Pillow won those 3 in the summer, right? I'm pretty sure Pillow won 5 because he won Road America Mid-Ohio and another one around that time. Was it Detroit he won that year as well, I think. And he won Portland, didn't he? Because that sealed him the championship. So I'm pretty sure Pillow won 5. It's just a case how many of the others were won. That was the year Newgarden swept the Iowas. So that's at least 2 there. So hang on, I put 4 for USA, but I don't actually know what they're for. So Indy 500. That was the year Herta didn't win any races, so I know he's not one of them. Iowa's Newgarden won, and what was the other one? Why did I tick another one? Oh, Texas Newgarden won. He didn't quite sweep the ovals because Dixon won at Gateway, because that's the one when Newgarden crashed. Was trying to lap Di Francesco for the top of my head. So New Zealand have won in Barber and literally that one I just put Gateway. Season finale was Laguna, which Dixon won as well, and Dixon won the August GP race as well. So Road America, Mid-Ohio, Detroit, Portland, and Indy GP. So how many running currently? I have got a total of 9 plus 5. So I've got 14 races. I'm sorry, this probably isn't very interesting. I've just got three more races to work out here. Toronto 23 was won by Lundgaard. So that's Denmark. So that doesn't count for anything. Trying to remember the calendar in 2023 is the most difficult challenge here of them all.
Do we have a time limit?
No, because this is a hard question where I've got to think about it. So currently I've got Spain 5, USA 4, and New Zealand 4, and I've got 2 races unaccounted for. I know Power didn't win that year, O'Rourke didn't win that year, Herta didn't win that year. McLaughlin, I'm sure, must have won somewhere else, but it's a case of working out where else he won. And I also can't think of the calendar. What was the race before the Indy GP? It was probably Barber, but then there's a race between Texas and Long Beach. That was Kirkwood for the USA, and Kirkwood won Nashville as well. So that's another 2. So that's 17 races. USA B.
Yeah, so after much working out, Sweden won 1 race, New Zealand won 4 races, Spain won 5 races, and the correct answer is B, the USA, with 6 races won.
What did you expect me to do? I'm not going to get up on top of my head. I'm going to work that out.
No, it was good. I really enjoyed listening to all of that, actually. That was really good. Right, for $8,000 then. You did a good job though, because that's one of them. It's one of those like where it's not like you either know it or you don't. I felt like you could work it out, which is why it's a bit easier. But yeah, no, that was really good. Well done. For $8,000, how many drivers did Dale Coyne Racing field in 2024? Is it A8, B9, C10, or D11?
Oh gosh, this is not going to be some working out. So
See
we have
you in
the
5
18
minutes.
car. we have the 51 car. So Harvey took the 18 car for most of the season, but Siegel took it at Siegel took it at the Indy 500 and Thermal, but that was the stupid $1 million challenge. I think Harvey took it. Oh no, Harvey missed Toronto because they got McElroy in, didn't they? Because Harvey was ill he's injured after his Iowa crash. He was going to miss that race anyway because Siegel was going to do it. But that's before he went to McLaren. I think he got McElroy instead. Now it's just a case of the 51 car. So Colin Brown took it the St. Pete and the $1 million challenge malarkey. Then was Long Beach round 2 last. I think it was, wasn't it? Long Beach was round 2. That was Siegel and Harvey. Then round 3 was Barber, which was Luca Giotto, who also took it for the Indy GP. Indy 500 was Catherine Legg. So I'm up to 6 already. Detroit was Tristan Vautier. Then is it Road America after that? I don't know. Road America was definitely Giotto. I can't remember if he did Mid-Ohio as well. No, it wasn't. It was like good friend Toby Sowry who did Mid-Ohio. And then you've got Toronto, which was that Sowry? I think was that Sowry again? I think it was Sowry again in Toronto. I'm currently on 8, by the way, so it's just, can I work out any more? It was Sowry in Toronto, then Iowa's was Legg, and Daly replaced Harvey in the second Iowa because the weekend Harvey was like really, really unwell or whatever. Like he literally couldn't drive, so he parked at the first race, and Daly took it over race 2. Then I'm just forgetting the calendar here, which really didn't have my course. Milwaukee and Nashville were Harvey and Legg. Portland was Toby and Harvey. Toronto, Gateway would have been Legg. We selected all the ovals in the end, I think. I'm going to say 9. B9, look at him.
Yeah, don't doubt yourself. It was 9 drivers in 2024 for Delcoin Racing. Smashing this at the moment. Right, so for £16,000, and you've got all of your lifelines still as well, where did Jimmy Johnson secure his best NTT IndyCar Series finish? Was it A, at the Texas Motor Speedway, B, on the streets of Nashville, C, at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, or D, at Iowa Speedway?
So Jimmy Johnson did 2 seasons in IndyCar. The first he didn't do ovals, which was kind of weird considering his entire career has been on ovals through 20-odd years in NASCAR, which meant when he did ovals in the second year, there wasn't really a surprise that it was actually quite good at ovals. So I know I was on an oval track, and I actually did a quiz the other day, which was the top 5 finishers in 2022 in IndyCar. And I was like, I can't get this random one in Iowa who came 5th, and I literally couldn't get it. And I looked through results, and was like, it's Jimmy Johnson. And completely forgot. Texas, I think he finished 6th. That was the other top 10 he got, but no, he finished 5th in Iowa, which was his best career result.
Yeah, see, Texas was just thrown in there as a bone, but no, you're right. Right, 32,000 into the big money. Who has earned the highest amount of career earnings from the Indianapolis 500? Is it A, Elio Castroneves, B, Joseph Newgarden, C, Scott Dixon, or D, Will Power? Because every year we see the prize pot going up and up. So who has earned the most amount of money from the Indy 500?
I have no idea. I feel like it's probably most unlikely to be Power because he hasn't gone that well the Indy 500 in recent years. Castroneves has obviously won the most, but he did win most of his winning in the 2000s. But he's also done a lot of races. I feel like there's... You know what, James? I would like to use my 50-50.
I'm going to eliminate 2 wrong answers because the wheel has spoken. And the 2 wrong answers I'm going to remove are C, Scott Dixon, and D, Will Power.
Blow, that's classic Who Wants to Be a Millionaire 50-50. It's just always incredibly unhelpful. So I'm just stuck in exactly the same position I was 2 minutes ago. This is the thing. Newgarden's won 2 very recently and has had a lot of kind of top 3, top 5 finishes. But Castroneves has won like 4 times. I feel like Castroneves is the obvious answer though, so I'm going to go for B, Joseph Newgarden.
And Danny, you have come to the end of the road because the answer is in fact A, Elio Castroneves. He's won,
baited.
I think it's $15.9 million worth, and Newgarden's at 13.8. Dixon's at something like 12, and Powell was at 9.
Classic Who Wants to Be Millionaire, useless 50-50.
It was actually Newgarden as well. I wasn't even lying. I was thinking just like leave Will Power there and let him keep going, but it actually spun on Newgarden. I was like, oh dear.
For what it's worth, I would have got Castroneves, but I probably would have fallen at the Jimmy Johnson one, to be honest. So
well, let's carry on and see how far I can get.
Yeah, I mean, 32,000 is a pretty good job. So no, you've done good. Right. So for 64,000, and Archie, you can obviously help along with this now. Which of these drivers qualified into the top 12 for the $1 million thermal shootout at the Thermal Club in 2024? Was it A, Carl Kirkwood, B, Santino Ferrucci, C, Renus VK, or D, Graham Rahal?
Well, I think it was Rahal because all 3 of the Rahal cars were in there and they all had an absolute disaster.
Yeah, because one of them got disqualified. Who was it? Fittipaldi got disqualified.
Fittipaldi got disqualified. He was like underfueled or something, was he?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think they only fueled him for half the race, not realising he had to fill him for the whole thing. You can only change tyres.
Yeah, no, bang on. So yeah, it was Graham Rahal because actually I wanted to put everyone who was like around that point in the championship and see if I could draw something out. But no, it's Graham Rahal. Right. So for 125,000 of these 4 drivers who has scored the most points in their NTT IndyCar Series careers, is it either A, Kiffin Simpson, B, Christian Rasmussen, C, Stingray Robb, or D, Dalton Kellett?
It's a good question. Rob has done what? So Simpson's done 2 seasons. Rob's done 3 seasons.
Yep.
Rasmussen's done 2.5 basically, which he did the ovals year 1. No,
1.5.
Is it 1? Oh, it is 1.5, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's done 1.5.
Recent.
And Kellett did 2, I think.
I don't think it'll be Kellett.
I don't think it'd be Kellett. I also don't think Simpson's done more than Rasmussen, so I'd say it's between Rasmussen and Rob. It's just a case because Rasmussen's 1.5 equal Rob's 3.
I would say Rob probably usurps Rasmussen for that reason. Personally, I'd go for Rob.
Hang on. Okay. Well, as an estimate, how many points do we think Rasmussen got this year? Like,
200. I'm not sure, to be honest. He finished. Where did he finish? 13th.
But Rob's bit. If Rob gets 120 points a year, roughly, it's about that kind of ballpark, 120, 130. Let's say he has a total of 350 career points, maybe a bit more than that, maybe closer to 400 career points. Rasmussen only missed 3 races in 24, didn't he? So realistically, he's still done the majority of that season, but he would require about 180 points. Yeah, no, I think I would probably say Rob, just on the basis that I think it's close, but yeah, I'd probably actually agree.
Yeah, I would go. Yeah, I think Rob.
Do you want to know how many points Christian Rasmussen scored this season?
How many?
Go for it.
313.
Okay, that changes my answer quite dramatically.
However, you are right. The answer is Stingray Robb.
Yeah.
The answer is Stingray Robb. I can tell you that Dalton Kellett scored 348 points. Kiffin Simpson scored 464 at the moment. Christian Rasmussen has scored 476, and Stingray Robb in his 3 seasons has 513.
Oh, wow, I was way off my guess. Okay, nice.
Cool. Right. How many different drivers have won the Indianapolis 500? A, 65, C, 68, no, B, 73, I can't read the alphabet, or D, 76.
This is going to be complete guesswork because I've got no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
no idea.
So we're on 110 this year. Well, how many repeat winners?
The thing is, that's going to average about one person winning every. Well, that's all of these are less than one person winning every 2. So, I mean, if you think about it, like the people who win 4, I guess not many have won 4, not many have run 3, but like. I'd probably say it's the lower end of this.
Yeah, my head went to 68
because I don't think you'd have over 70 and 110. I feel like enough people.
No, I agree.
2.
I reckon 68.
Okay,
Dan, what are you saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
The correct
I'd
answer.
personally say-
Oh, sorry. Go. Where are you going to go?
Let's go. I'll go with Archie 68.
68. The correct answer is, in fact, D.
Oh, is
76.
it?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that surprises me.
55 American drivers, 5 British drivers. Then it went 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 7 countries with 1. So, yeah, that made
Interesting.
76. Sorry, 6 countries with 1, which made 76.
Interesting.
So, moving on to $500,000 question. I think you might get this. I think this is a bit easy. But who made their only appearance in the IndyCar Series at Mid-Ohio in 2021, finishing in 20th place? Is it A, Kevin Magnussen, B, Alfonso Celis Jr., C, Cody Ware, or D, Ryan Norman?
I know this. I don't know if I'll let Archie
This
go,
is
so he knows
Magnussen,
it.
right?
No, Magnussen was Road
Is it
America.
not? Oh, was it Road America? Okay.
And I think he finished like 24th, 26th on because he had an
He
engine
finished 21st at Road America in 2021.
A lot of retirements. Like I said, less cars than.
Was it Cody Ware?
No, he did about 3 races. One of them was natural, where he was crashing every 5 laps. Celis was about 2018, 2019, so it's Ryan Norman. He raced for Dale Coyne Racing.
Yeah,
Cool.
you are
Well,
bang
fair
on.
play.
Absolutely bang on there. It was, in fact, Ryan Norman. So, for the $1 million, I'd be surprised if you knew this, but this is quite a fun one. Since 2020, who has scored the most points in an NTT IndyCar Series season without leading a lap in said season? Is it A, Romain Grosjean in 2024, B, Simon Pagenaud in 2022, C, James Hinchcliffe in 2021, or D, Charlie Kimball in 2020? Grosjean drove for Hunkos, Pagenaud for Shank, Hinchcliffe for Andretti, and Kimball for AJ Foyt.
So I'd rule out Kimball immediately, just because on the basis there was a lot less races that season, and he was in a pretty uncompetitive fight. So I'd rule him out immediately.
Pagenaud, this was the season. I think he
was at
finished.
Shank.
He got at least one podium. He finished second on the IMS road course.
Yeah, so Hinchcliffe was an Andretti, but and Hinchcliffe did also score a podium that year because he podiumed at that crazy race in Nashville. But I don't think
Oh yeah.
that season only had 16 races, and the other 2 is 17. So that's something to consider. I don't think Hinchcliffe got many top 10s that year, so I'd probably say it's unlikely to be him as well.
I couldn't tell you if Pagenaud led the lap.
Well, I'm going to presume these have all not led a lap. Like,
Okay.
would be my guess.
Yeah, so I don't know whether James is trying to trip us up there. Did Grosjean lead a lap last year? Or last year?
Probably. Well,
We're in 26 now, aren't we?
Grosjean had at least 2 top 5 finishes.
Yeah, he had a couple of top 5s.
no
He finished
podium,
4th.
but
Was
he
it
was-
Laguna Seca he finished 4th?
He was pretty consistent across the course of the year. Not consistent, but he had quite a few top 10s. I don't think Pagenaud had loads.
No, I don't believe he did.
I'd personally say it's Grosjean.
Grosjean still finished like 17th or 18th in points, though, which I think is
That's
around
true,
where
but I don't
Pagenaud
think Pagenaud finished that much better.
I would go Pagenaud, but I guess we don't have to agree. We're not.
I'll
really
go
playing
Grosjean. Let's see.
I'll go
let's see what it is.
Pagenaud.
And one of you is correct. Archie, you're bang on.
Hey.
Yes.
Simon Pagenaud, I probably shouldn't have put the years, but Simon Pagenaud scored 305 points in 2022 without leading a single lap. I think Grosjean scored around 240. Yeah, I just thought that was quite fun because he finished second at the Speedway from 20th, I think, starting that day. That was the crazy wet dry race that Herta won.
Where was
Pagenaud
Pagenaud in points? I'm going to guess, was he like 15th?
It was about 15th, yeah. But then it's great because everyone except Jacob Abel led a lap this year. So actually trying to find other candidates for this, because all of them had done it, was actually really hard. Because if I'd put Jacob Abel, that obviously you'd have ruled that one out straight away. But yeah, that was something I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah,
Good researching.
Good question. Right, Archie, it's now going to be your turn to play. So
I kind of feel bad if I do well. Because I screwed James over so
I
much.
got 1 to 32, so we'll see how far you get mine. I think mine's probably a similar level to James's, so we'll find out. So, question 1. The Indianapolis 500 is traditionally held in what month? Is it February, May, August, or November?
I mean, we'll just cut to the chase. It's May. Obviously, it was held in August for the COVID year, but yes, May. B.
So, viewers realise I've changed it to pounds, so this is more valuable Archie's games because he's dropping money, so he's got more money on the line. I've also put A, B, C, D in the correct order of the TV show because it was bugging me. So, There we are. It didn't take me ages, don't worry. Yes, it is May, unsurprisingly. It is traditionally held in May, unless it's 2020. The primary feeder series to IndyCar is called what? Indy Lights, IndyCar Junior, Indy 2, or Indy Next?
I mean, it was obviously called Indy Lights, but it is now the Indy Next. I do quite like the idea of it being called Indy Squared, maybe you're on an Indy 2. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, Indy Next is the answer, D.
Correct. Indy Next is the correct answer for £200. IndyCar Junior sounds really weird. And so
Yeah.
Indy 2, to be fair. So I think
Indy
of alternate
Squared.
Your £300 question. Kevin Simpson is from which British overseas territory? Is it Montserrat, Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, or Gibraltar?
I appreciate your inclusion of Montserrat as your beloved national team. But it is C, the Cayman Islands, where it looks bloody beautiful in the off-season when he's there doing all sorts of his water sports.
Correct. It is Cayman Islands. For it's very niche information about me, but I have got a big collection of the Montserrat national football team, and I had to find a question to put them in. I bet you didn't expect it to find it in this quiz, but I found a way. So which of the following is a race number which will not be in use in 2026? Is it the number 7, the number 27, the number 47, or the number 67 for £400?
Is there any reason you picked the answer for D?
There isn't. Well, because there isn't actually, no, to be honest.
So, I mean, obviously 7 is... I was going to say Alexander Rossi, Christian Lundgaard. 27 is Kyle Kirkwood. 47 is now Mick Schumacher. So it is indeed number 67.
I promise you, I did not intentionally do that. I just added 20 because I wanted to find a sequence. So it's not that number. You are correct, though. It is the answer to D. Insert immature jokes for our probably younger viewership base in here. If you don't know about it, I would refrain from finding out. Your £500 question, Archie, is which of the following states will not host an IndyCar race in 2026? Is it A, Missouri, B, Texas, C, Illinois, or D, Arizona?
So Texas has Arlington, Texas returning. Illinois is St. Louis, Gateway, Worldwide Technology Raceway, whatever you want to call it. Arizona, Phoenix. Louis Foster kept calling it Arizona, the race, didn't he, when he last joined us on the podcast, I seem to remember, which was a new one. So it's Missouri is the answer that is correct.
It is Missouri. I tried to trip you up a little bit here because the Racing Gateway is commonly referred to as St. Louis, but St. Louis actually is in Missouri. Yeah. However, the location of the race, as IndyCar defines it, is Madison, which is in
Madison, Illinois. Yes.
It's kind of on the border. So I tried to trip you up a little bit there, but no, you got it right. So congratulations.
Genuinely, because of the IndyCar race, I just have it in my head now that St. Louis is in Illinois.
So for your £1,000 question, which driver in 2026 full-time field has the most career starts? Is it A, Will Power, B, Graham Rahal, C, Scott Dixon, or D, Joseph Newgarden?
But the open not slipping up here and thinking, oh my God, it's so obvious. Scott Dixon.
Scott Dixon is the correct answer for £1,000. We're coming up to £2,000.
I just had a lag. By the way. I thought you were doing a dramatic pause to reveal it was Will Power.
Did your heart skip a beat there?
My heart skipped a beat, big time.
So we're coming up to the £2,000 question, which has been tricky for both myself and James. So we'll see how it is for Archie. Which of the following countries has not hosted an IndyCar race? Is it A, Canada, B, Japan, C, Brazil, or D, South Africa?
I mean, we're obviously currently racing in Canada. Motegi in Japan. They did Sao Paulo street race, was it, in Brazil? So it's South Africa. D has not hosted an IndyCar race.
No such problems for you on a £2,000 question. That is correct, Archie. I was trying to throw a few more curveballs in. Australia hosted a non-championship race, but I feel like that'd be unfair to include in there because that can trip you up.
I was gonna celebrate the fact that I've surpassed James, but I kind of just feel bad, to be honest.
Your £4,000 question is: which of the following teams is co-owned by a TV talk show host? Is it A, RLL Racing, B, JHR, C, DNR Racing, or D, MSR?
Well, unless Ricardo Juncos is hiding something, it's RLL with David Letterman.
Do you watch TV in Argentina?
I don't.
You've got no way of knowing then.
Well, yeah.
But no, don't worry, it is A, RLL Racing. So fairly smooth sailing for you so far, Archie. Move to the £8,000 question. Which of the following drivers has not won Rookie of the Year? Is it A, Alexander Rossi, B, Alex Palou, C, Christian Lundgaard, or D, Scott McLaughlin?
I thought it was going to be hard when I first saw the question. And watch me get it wrong now. But I'm pretty sure Palou, Lundgaard, and McLaughlin all won Rookie of the Year. So it's Alexander Rossi.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, don't psych me out. Yeah, because Lundgaard beat Ilott, and he won Rookie of the Year. McLaughlin was 21. I'm pretty sure he won Rookie of the Year. Because Grosjean didn't do a full season. Palou won it in 2020, right? Oh, did VK win it? You've psyched me out. You're really making me question myself. Palou won Rookie of the Year, right? Oh, no. No, he didn't win Rookie of the Year because VK won it. Because VK's always finished between 12th and 14th in the championship, and Palou finished like 16th or 17th in his rookie season. And that was the same year. I hope I'm right in saying that. But I don't want to burn a lifeline because I'm pretty confident in what I'm saying. Yeah, Alex Palou, B.
So he had an extra think about it. He wasn't quite sure at the start, but something came to him. Is it the correct answer? It is. It's B.
I think you might have saved me, to be honest, by psyching me out. Well, I thought you psyched me out anyway, actually.
So your £16,000 question. Other than the USA, which country has the most IndyCar victories? Is it A, the United Kingdom, B, Brazil, C, Canada, or D, New Zealand?
I mean, the answer that feels like the easy answer here is New Zealand because of Dixon. Like, realistically, it's probably not going to be Canada.
To make clear, these are the top four after the USA, so I haven't given you much leeway here.
Okay, the United Kingdom. She's had the likes of Franchitti, Weldon. I mean, I want to say New Zealand, but I also don't want to just go and chuck it out there immediately. Go on, I'll use my 50-50.
Okay, so you've opted to use your 50-50. So
I'm getting close to you.
So what I will do is shuffle three of the incorrect answers and give you a choice of two. I'll let you know the two eliminated. Okay, so the two eliminated are C, Canada, and D, New Zealand.
Okay.
So you've been saved by the 50-50.
So I thought it was between Brazil and New Zealand. So I'm going to go for B, Brazil.
So B, Brazil, is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is this time. And it was right to be. You earned £16,000.
Because Britain has the second highest number of Indy 500 winners with 5, which was quite fun. I remember seeing that for research earlier. So you could rattle them off because it was be like Clark, Hill, Franchitti, Weldon, and it's some fella that won twice in the 1910s, and I can't remember his name.
Mike Conway contributing with a couple of wins in the early 2010s as well.
Who was his name? Dario Resta. Yeah.
So,
nice.
So Brazil has 112 wins from 12 drivers. The UK has 74 from 9 drivers. New Zealand has 66 from 2 drivers, and Canada has 59 from 9 drivers.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's actually quite a big gap. So which of the following infamously entered as an engine supplier in 2012? Is it A, Dodge, B, Toyota, C, Lotus, or D, Ford? For £32,000, the question that I stumbled on.
Okay, I mean, this is before our time. So, I mean, what are my other lifelines?
So you have Phone a Friend, which is, the friend is James, unfortunately, didn't have much choice here. And then you have Ask the Audience.
Okay, well, I'm on the position that you stumbled on, Dan. So I'm going to call James from across the call.
Archie, I know the answer.
Okay. Thank you. What is the answer?
The answer is C, Lotus. It was actually driven by John Lacey, no less, and retired rather fast in the Indy 500, and then they pulled out. So the answer is C, Lotus.
Okay, Dan, I am submitting C, Lotus.
So you've had a bit of help from this one. Was James's help useful? It was. The correct answer.
Thank you,
D,
James.
Lotus.
This is where you probably should have got to. So, congratulations.
So your £64,000 question. We're getting closer to a million. Just 5 questions away, Archie. Which of the following drivers claimed their maiden win on an oval? We've had the same for us earlier. Is it A, Scott Dixon, B, Will Power, C, Graham Rahal, or D, Joseph Newgarden?
I have no idea, to be honest. Trying to picture compilations of race winners. Well, Rahal was St. Pete, so I can cancel him out. And the others, I'm not totally sure, to be honest. Newgarden's obviously a bit of an oval supremo. I'm trying to remember because I've done quite a lot of work on Newgarden. I'm trying to remember where he won his first race. What was his first race in oval? Ooh. I mean, what's my other lifeline?
Ask the audience.
I mean, given I've already won, I don't want to hold us up too much to wait for an answer, to be honest. So I'll I mean, I have no idea, to be honest. All I know is that it's not Rahal. I'm trying to just picture the Wikipedia results graphic of Newgarden. Just out of interest, James, would you know the answer to this?
Yeah, because I won't say. I would say yes, I don't know the answer. I'm not going to say anything else.
You know what? I'm actually going to just change tackling up for Scott Dixon.
You submit A, Scott Dixon. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It's the correct one. You've got it correct. Newgarden's was in Barber in 2015. I think Powers was, I can't remember off the top of my head, Long Beach, and then before in 2007 he went in somewhere, some street track and kart. Rahal was correct, 2008 St. Petersburg, and Dixon won, I believe it was in Nazareth.
Dixon won both of Dixon's first races in Nazareth, in kart and the IRL were both oval wins. He won also the season opener in 2003, moving to the IRL. Yeah, I knew that because I've done a lot of work on Scott Dixon. So, yeah, there we are.
Nice. So you carry on playing, Archie. 4 to go for the million. How many IndyCar championships have Team Penske won? Is it A, 17, B, 22, C, 27, or D, 32?
17, because Chip Ganassi Racing have just equaled them.
Okay, maybe that wasn't as hard as I hoped it was. But yes, the correct answer is A, 17. You have 3 questions to go before the 1 million. So your £250,000 question is, which of these teams won a race first? Is it A, AJ Foyt Racing, B, Rahal Letman Lanigan Racing, C, Chip Ganassi Racing, or D, Dale Coyne Racing?
Okay, I'm trying to remember when I was doing my research for Coyne and who their first driver to qualify for a race was, and that was in the late 80s. I think Ganassi came into the series in about 1980. I feel like Foyt was before that.
To make clear, this also includes so Rahal, for example, obviously wasn't Rahal Letman Lanigan the entire time, but the entire time it's been like the Rahal organisation counts for this.
I am gonna just say I'm gonna go for AJ Foyt Racing.
AJ Foyt Racing, is that your final answer?
Yes, AJ Foyt Racing.
It is B, Rahal Letman Lanigan Racing. Archie, your time comes to an end at £250,000. It's a very good effort. Dale Coyne's first one was in 2009. I think Foyt's was 2003 or 2000. No, that was 96. Ganassi's was 94, and I think Rahal's was 92 when they.
Did Ganassi come into the sport in 80 or 90?
89. Well, 90 was the first year. Formed in 89, came to sport in 99. So you have 2 more questions. You two can work together. Now, this one should be pretty easy considering the previous discussions we've had. In total, how many times has a British driver won the Indianapolis 500? Is it 4, 6, 8, or 10?
Did we not just say 5?
No, that's different winners. But in terms of how many times, so well, Archie, I'll let you work it out because I feel like it's still your quiz.
Dario won 3, right? Weldon won 2. So I don't know about like beyond that. You just said Dario Resta won twice as well. Let me figure out the numbers. Guessing it's 10 then.
Yeah, I mean, so Franchitti 3, Weldon 2's 5, Resta 2's 7, and then between Jim Clark and Graham Hill, they must have 3 between them.
Yeah, so let's go 10.
The correct answer is 8. Dario Resta only won it once.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's my fault.
Yeah,
that's my fault.
You're right. Frankie's won it 3 times in 2007, 10, and 12. Weldon won it in 2005, 2011. Resta won it in 1916, and I think Clark and Hill won it back to back. I think it's 66, 67, around that period.
65, 66, I think.
Right, your $1 million question would have been: which of the following team owners never drove in an IndyCar race? Is it A, Chip Ganassi, B, Roger Penske, C, Mike Shank, or D, Dale Coyne?
Mike Shank's never driven an IndyCar, has he?
Can we hold the bus? I know Chip Ganassi has driven in the Indy 500. I know Dale Coyne has driven in the Indy 500 or an IndyCar race, but I have no memory of reading through Roger Penske's Wikipedia and seeing him race in IndyCar. He raced F1 for sure. He did 2 US Grand Prix, but I have no memory of him ever reading about him racing an IndyCar.
So you're the history guru here. Out of all,
but I was also out in the £2,000 question, and I got it wrong last time.
Well, yeah, but that was my fault, and that was not a history thing either. That was.
I got the £500,000 question wrong, mate. I just say hold the bus. It might be Mike Shank because I literally didn't know Mike Shank drove a car, so I'd have gone that straight away.
Well, yeah, but that's the same thing. Until Dan has just alerted us that Mike Shank was indeed a racing driver, I didn't even know that. So,
but I have no memory of Roger Penske driving an IndyCar. So,
well, I'd be surprised if you had a memory of him driving an IndyCar, given you've only been around for just over 20 years. But, yeah, let's just go for Mike Shank.
You're going for it together. You're going to strategically split, so one of you can get it right.
Should we just firm Mike Shank? Let's firm Mike Shank. Why not?
Yeah, that was the wrong decision.
Really? Wow.
That should say Mike Shank, by the way, not Jim Meyer. But anyway, yeah, no. Mike Shank did one race in 1997 at Las Vegas.
Fair play.
Roger
Where did he
Penske
finish?
Did Formula One, did Le Mans. He finished in 16th place. So.
Good run.
Yeah, Chip Ganassi, you can't quite imagine nowadays Chip Ganassi or Dale Coyne ever participating in the IndyCar race, but I assure you they did at some point. So, yeah, that's it. That's Who Wants to Be Millionaire. Great fun. I love these quizzes. They're always great fun. So, yeah, nice to do that again. And I'm sure with all our funds, our made-up funds, take us to the Indy 500. So that's the goal. As maybe you listened last week, we'll put the link in the description if you're willing to donate to the fund to help us go. As we said, we're young and broke, so it's not always the easiest thing in the world. So any support is appreciated. Townsend Bell has demanded that we start a GoFundMe, so we have to listen to his request. But anyway, wonderful playing along. Archie is our winner today. Where'd you get up to? 250,000 in the end?
I think so. Yeah, I still feel like I've scammed my way there a little bit, given how hard my £2,000 question was for James. But we move.
Maybe it was easy for the rest of the listeners. Listeners, let us know how you got on. See how far you got. Maybe you actually won $1 million legitimately. So well done if you did. But otherwise, that's it. Next week we have our IndyCar content days. Will be our next episode, and we will finally be back up to speed. We'll have an episode on Tuesday evening and Wednesday evening. We'll be speaking to all 26 confirmed drivers. We get to make Coyne's second announcement. That might be done by then. So we're going to speak to all 26 drivers across 2 days and just kind of give an end of day roundup with the big storylines and anything of note that day. And you can hear what the drivers are going to say ahead of the 2026 season. Is the counter updated, Archie, or?
as we record on Sunday night, we are 40 days out from the opening practice session in St. Pete, 42 days until we race again. So what's that? 6 weeks. Crazy.
Nice.
It's coming up fast.
Cool. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed IndyCar Millionaire. If you have any more quiz shows ideas, let us know. We'll try and incorporate them in IndyCar version. Again, some of them could be difficult because you need a ridiculous amount of people to do so. But if you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. We'll see if we can convert them to quiz shows. We've done Connections, we've done Tenable, we've done Millionaire. I'm sure we've done another one before, but I can't remember what it is. But anyway, we've done plenty of quiz shows in our time. But for this week, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.